Hello and welcome to the Boxing Formula. Please subscribe for more content. This coming Saturday, December 9th, will see undefeated former unified lightweight champion Devin the Dream Haney square off with always dangerous Regis Prograis, the WBC champion at 140 pounds. The action will take place on DAZN from the Chase Center in San Francisco, California, and will serve as a great litmus test for the 25-year-old Haney. Let's break this matchup down. Prograis possesses a 29-1 record with 24 knockouts to his credit. He has victories over Joel Diaz Jr., Terry Flanagan, Abel Ramos, Kirill Relich, and Jose Zepeda, amongst others. Haney has a 30-0 record with 15 knockouts to his credit. He has scored wins over the likes of Yuriorkis Gamboa, Jorge Linares, Joseph Diaz, George Kambosos, and most recently Vasil Lomachenko. Prograis turned professional in April of 2012 with a first-round knockout over Carl Almiral inside of the Royal Palace in Houston, Texas. At the time, Haney was just 13 years old and competing as an amateur. Haney's professional debut came in December of 2015 when he stopped Gonzalo Lopez inside of Pilar El Perro Salado in Tijuana, Mexico. Haney had just turned 17 years old at the time. Where was Prograis' career at that time? He was securing his 15th victory over fellow undefeated prospect Abel Ramos in Houston, Texas, with a very commanding 8th-round stoppage. Both fighters continued their winning ways as Prograis reeled off impressive stoppages over Joel Diaz Jr., Julius Indongo, and Juan Jose Velasco as he eyed a run at the World Boxing Super Series. During that same time span, Haney was building his career all across the US and even fighting in Tijuana, Mexico several times. Haney's level of competition wasn't as high, but he was still racking up wins. Prograis had great success in the World Boxing Super Series as he racked up wins over Flanagan and Relich before reaching the final against Josh Taylor. Prograis and Taylor waged a memorable battle inside of the O2 Arena in a tense, tactical affair. Despite outlanding Taylor 252-207 in total punches landed and overall connect percentage, Prograis lost a close majority decision. As for Haney, he was busy defeating fighters such as John Carlos Burgos, Antonio Moran, Zaur Abdullaev, and Alfredo Santiago before looking to step up in class. During that same time frame, Haney defeated former champions Jorge Linares and Yuriorkis Gamboa by decision, while also collecting a victory over Joseph Jojo Diaz. Prograis returned from the Taylor defeat in lower-profile matchups against Juan Heraldez, Tyrone McKenna, and Ivan Redkach to get back on his winning ways. He stopped them all. Haney then secured all 4 belts by defeating George Kambosos Jr. in Australia in June of 2022. The American fighter followed that up with a victory over Kambosos in their rematch 4 months later to defend his belts. Shortly thereafter, Prograis secured his second world title in November of 2022 as he won an excellent matchup against Jose Zepeda, stopping the veteran in the 11th round in Carson, California. Both men have fought once this year. In May, Haney had an excellent affair with former 3-division champion Vasil Lomachenko. Haney won a hotly contested unanimous decision after holding off a valiant rally from Lomachenko. 1 month later, Prograis would edge out a split decision over Daniel Zarilla that saw him get a knockdown early, but ultimately struggled to find a rhythm. It wasn't his best performance. Haney has a classic boxing style that sees him work behind a long jab while using his range to keep distance. Haney isn't a big puncher, but he isn't afraid to mix it up either. He can beat you by outworking you. Prograis is a cagey southpaw who likes to patiently stalk his foes behind a high guard. The 34-year-old is also a powerful puncher who has stopped some quality fighters, some who were undefeated. Figures that Haney will get off to a fast start, but expect Prograis to settle down and work his way into the fight by the mid-rounds. Prograis is the biggest puncher Haney will have faced, as evidenced by some of his knockout wins. But will he be able to find Haney inside of the ring? Haney is a fighter who has picked up some quality rounds against veteran opposition in recent fights. But what happens if Prograis is able to catch him? Can he handle the heat? Expect a competitive fight. Could go either way, but have a feeling Haney will deliver a strong performance and do enough to just edge it out. Until next time.